The fun is over. Fox and Friends. Let's go. How long do you have?
Tomorrow at 3
How
p.m.
much I want to do right now.
Okay. I mean, it's up to you. Doesn't really matter. Okay.
Well, it's always
Tomorrow-
up to me. Why? So you can't keep me here, motherfucker. It is up to me. That's right. Don't ever forget it.
I didn't even say anything.
At 3 p.m., millions of liberals across the
Well, this one is called The Fun Is Over, okay? By Asmongold. All right. This was on 3 days ago, okay? 1.4 million views. This guy's farming, okay? He is farming hardcore. Every video,
Cool.
every single time, 1 million to 2
Asmongold?
million views. Yeah, Asmongold. 1 million to 2
Yes.
million views every single time. It's crazy.
And how many videos a day? Like 2 to 5?
Probably like 5 to 10, to be honest. Like, this guy is spitting out a fuck ton of crazy far-right propaganda. Yeah. He is basically Nick Fuentes' fucking mouthpiece. He's a more successful version of Nick Fuentes than Nick Fuentes could ever be. Okay? Maybe. I don't know. But or maybe not, actually. The Groypers are actually pretty dedicated, so it's like, probably not, actually. But
country will
No,
be
yeah, I think
storming
he's just he's like standard populist brain rot. I wouldn't say he's like hardcore ideologically motivated brain rot.
yeah.
Like Fuentes is.
Would you consider him a grifter?
I don't know. He seems pretty genuine.
Are you sure about that? Like, if it oftentimes feels as though like Asmongold is, I don't know, he's like smarter than this, right? Do you remember the dramas that he was in with like Mizkif, and he
is
possesses
smart,
a mind
and
for
he even
analyzing
describes-
situations?
Yeah, but the problem is with smart people is sometimes smart people fall into this trap of using like patterns, and then they don't ever do any actual reading or research. And when the patterns start to lead them astray, then they just get further and further down a bad way. And that's what he's like, yeah.
Okay, I see. All right, well,
their congressional offices. Oh my god.
I'll speed this up.
I'm as mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore!
I bet you are.
On January 20th, we are walking out to free America.
And walking in to remove the regime.
We're walking out of work.
I mean, like, guys, this is the way, like, as I said, this is the way I think racists feel, right? Where, like, it's another example of a girl with tarot cards who's talking about, like, fucking fighting at walking out of school. She's wearing a nose ring. I mean, it's just, it's so stereotypical. It's crazy.
Walking out of school.
I feel like this could also apply to any Republican who goes out and is like white and male. Like don't you have a sister to fuck like in a fucking van somewhere? Jesus.
Walking out of anywhere and everywhere.
Because it's past time that we stop cooperating.
Holy fuck. Remember what I talked to you guys about? The Karen evolution chart? This is a fully evolved swamp hag. This is it. You're seeing it right here.
With fascism.
Starting at 2 p.m. local time, we'll start a wave of walkouts across the nation.
Send a clear message that we demand freedom from this hostile and lawless takeover of our country.
Uh-oh.
Then we'll
Yeah, so do I. So you get rid of
start
these people.
walking in.
Congress has the power to remove a tyrant from office. It's not an option. It's their sworn duty.
So at 3 p.m., we'll start walking in to local congressional offices to demand impeachment and removal.
We are peacefully demanding
The Karen Inquisition. Oh my god.
that our representatives file their own articles of impeachment
Against Trump and senior Trump officials.
And we are demanding that they force a vote.
Donald Trump has committed tyranny and obstruction of justice.
Has
And
committed
turning
tyranny?
ICE into a paramilitary force is an act of treason.
On January 20th, we are
No, it's not. That's like, okay.
telling our congressional officials that it is their duty right now to impeach, convict, and remove.
Impeach, convict, and remove.
impeach, convict, and remove.
Jesus Christ.
Post your plans to
I
join the
cannot
walk.
wait to watch this tomorrow. Oh my god. Tomorrow is going to be amazing.
It's funny that he says this while being cooped up in his like fucking room, like fucking local ecosystem all day, while like everybody else is like trying to do something to try to change the world. Meanwhile, he himself will never ever do anything by himself, nor will he ever go out and march, nor does he ever know the outside of his fucking house look like. So, but okay, cool based.
Wow.
This is
We're talking
insane.
about Hassan? Got him.
Are you okay? Do you see Hassan before you go to bed?
No, I'm just saying it's funny that the two are like very similar. Your two poles of Twitch are like hyper radicalized fucking losers that just stay inside all day and do nothing to contribute to real world political change. It's funny.
Yeah. Also, like, I just noticed it also operates, again, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is already a tired analogy, but they all operate due to MAGA, right? Like Hassan's cult also operates due to MAGA, where what they do is everybody has to fall in line, and if you toe the line or if you fall out of line, then you're just going to be evicted, right? And like, there's pretty strict control over the other content creators around him. And I think that there will always be like a propaganda network as well of other content creators, including like Dead Domain, right? But yeah. I don't know.
I think the saddest
gonna be
thing
good
is when people are like try to be orbiters of Hassan by making videos looking for like clout or approval from him, but Hassan will never, ever, 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 ever platform any of these people.
He'll never do it. He'll never do it. And I don't know why they keep doing it. I honestly don't know why they keep doing it. Maybe it's just because they want like one single mention of them rather than like actually being platformed. Because I'm trying to think like what this is also the case with like Asmongold, where like people would create like videos regarding politics, like this decoy voice guy. You know that guy, that motherfucker that Asmongold watches all the time. That motherfucker like makes videos, and there's a bunch of other people who create videos just because Asmongold will watch them on his stream. I think that's what happens, is they're not actually looking to appear on Asmongold's stream or Hassan's stream. I think they just simply want their videos to be watched, and that's enough for them. Like, that's what they're getting out of it. But yeah.
Using the hashtags Free America and Remove the Regime.
And document your visits on the 20th with those hashtags so that we can multiply the movement.
Find your local congressional office, sign up and receive articles of impeachment, and find all the information you need at removetheregime.com.
We'll see you on January 20th.
We'll see you on...
She's picking tarot cards. Oh my god. Man. These people are actually scary. They're the ones that say get in a train before you're ever seen again. Oh no, they'd kill you if they could. They would. They'd kill you if you could. And that's why it's important to make sure they don't get power. It is. It's very important to make sure that that doesn't happen. Because if they do, then they'll do whatever they can. Like, whatever the extent is that they can operate at, they will do that.
We'll see you on January 20th.
We'll see you on January 20th.
All right.
Very nice projection.
Thank you for standing up for our democracy.
We can all do this. It's time.
It's time.
Based.
Oh, God. So this is how they get gassed up on TikTok,
Tifa.
and then they cause a bunch of problems. And I think that if things continue getting worse, where they are kind of getting worse, you are probably going to see the military be brought in. Especially with them like running around trying to like identify and attack random people. Like, it's really, really bad.
The Pentagon is reportedly preparing to deploy 1,500 soldiers to Minnesota as protesters continue to cause chaos for immigration agents in the state.
Our own Matt Finn joins us live from Minneapolis with all those details. Matt, good morning.
Yeah, finally.
Good morning to you, Rachel. Well, we're entering week 3 of the unrest here in Minnesota, and the clashes between protesters and law enforcement are showing no signs of slowing down.
Look at them all.
Another tense scene Saturday outside the federal ICE facility. Law enforcement holding the line against angry protesters who can be heard screaming, "Kill yourself," and "Un-American" to officers. The Washington Post reporting about 1,500 active duty soldiers preparing to possibly make their way here if more violence escalates. And Governor Tim Walz also mobilized the Minnesota National Guard yesterday. The Guard staged to support local law enforcement if needed, and says it's ready to respond to locations across the metro area. Now, yesterday, protests continued outside the ICE detention center, and there was also a violent clash between counter-protesters at City Hall. President Trump has warned that he may use the Insurrection Act here in Minnesota, which would allow the
federal... what they have to do. Like, I don't know why it's taken so long. I think every day that it doesn't happen, it just makes him look worse. And I'm shocked that it hasn't happened.
I wonder if you would say this for January 6th. But okay.
By now. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Government to use military troops to bring calm. Meanwhile, a statewide day of action is scheduled for this Friday. Activists are asking people not to attend work, school, or make purchases, and the St. Paul Federation of Educators is also asking people to participate in that day of action Friday. Back to you guys in New York.
All right, Matt Finn, live force in Minneapolis. Matt, thank you. It's just continuing to ramp up and up and up. And it's important as we continue to cover this story to remember how we got here. The reckless open border policies of Joe Biden.
You see there's a memo instructing ICE they can enter homes without a judicial warrant, which is against the 4th Amendment. No. There's a memo instructing that they can without judicial... Is that true, Steven? You know? Have you heard of this?
Yeah, kind of cringe. Yeah.
Okay, but that sounds pretty big. Okay, all right, Jesus.
Biden led to...
Yeah, it is kind of crazy that none of this would have happened if they had just basically detained these guys whenever they got arrested. Like, it's this entire conflict and everything about this is, like, so unnecessary.
The criminals,
I don't even know why.
Violent, illegal alien criminals,
it's insane.
That ICE has gone into places like Minneapolis, a sanctuary city, to clean them up. And you had yesterday Stephen Miller, Deputy Chief of Staff, really railing on Minnesota's leaders, accusing them of...
How crazy it is that Renee Good happened less than a mile away from George Floyd.
Not good.
It's poetic. It's like, it's meant to happen.
Aiding and abetting anti-ICE violence. Watch this.
Oh, here we go.
These are acts of insurrection against the laws of the United States and against the sovereignty of the United States. Foreign illegal aliens who broke into this country, who then raped children, who committed human trafficking, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, protected, shielded, sheltered, coddled, defended at every level by the leadership in Minnesota. And then when ICE goes out to make these arrests, they unleash violent mobs to attack, assault, and impede ICE officers. and they refuse to allow the city police to protect those ICE officers in the context of their duties.
The police, some of the police have either, a lot of them, I think it was 23 of the police officers basically resigned from the Minnesota police force, and 18 of the 23 went to join ICE.
Skillfully aiding and abetting this violence.
But the key word they're talking about insurrection there
They
from
switched
Stephen
sides.
Miller.
I thought they were against that.
And if he's talking about
now?
insurrection, maybe we're going to get the Insurrection Act.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Who knows? From
Correct.
President.
Foodshops and George Floyd and Charlie Kirk were born the same day, like June 28th? What? I'm being baited. I'm being baited. Okay, fuck you, okay?
Trump. But I couldn't help but think, we're the day before honoring and celebrating the life of Dr. Martin Luther King. What was his message? Nonviolence, peaceful protests. Doesn't appear like we're seeing any of that in Minnesota.
No, not at all. It's also, there's a long history, of course, on the left of having these kind of like shock troops from, you know, these like...
Well, this is what's happened is that the reason why these people do this is because they get away with it. They got away with it with the Tesla bombings. They got away with it.
Dude, they got away with it like with the Tesla. Was there any examples outside of that one video where the fucking Teslas were getting blown up at that one fucking dealership that it happened anywhere else? Do you know?
I think 7 were blown up altogether, or were destroyed, yeah. But I mean...
like in total?
Yeah.
Okay, but not 7 locations, right?
I don't know. I just read 7 on Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's retarded. Then.
With BLM, they got away with it with Trump.
Also, I have to know
they get away with it.
What'd you say? Sorry?
I have to go to a call. Be careful.
Okay, bye. See ya.
Every single time. That's the reason why they do this. It's because they can. And I think that's the problem. And like, you know, whenever you compare that to like after January 6th, you know, they went down and they tracked down every single fucking person in January 6th. They put a ton of those people in jail and they went completely scorched earth on them. But for some reason, the idea of doing it to these people is like, oh no, you can't do that. Why not? Who decided this?
Activists who will create violence, create chaos, trying to destabilize the things that the administration is trying to do, things that are wildly popular. The president has a mandate. He won. The border issue, as you brought up, was front and center.
Yeah, I know.
Democrats recognized they were on the wrong side of it. And so now what they're saying is we don't like the way you're doing it. And again, they find themselves on the side of
this is that same retard that we saw earlier that was causing problems. Yeah, because they're louder. What they did to January 6ers was bad. That's why they can't go that hard. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think that really, I mean, here's the truth. All of those like MAGA people will never even consider doing another January 6th. And the reason why is because the first time they did it, they ruined the lives of the people that were there and they killed one of them. So the ultimate result is that January 6th happened, but it came at such a huge cost that they'll never do it again.
Kill Mar-a-Brego. They find themselves on the side of all the people that we put up.
Well, I mean, but they will, right? Like, how could you be sure that they won't? Because all of them have been pardoned. Yeah, in addition to all the people being pardoned, it's like they're incentivized to keep doing it because there's still a cult left over, right? Like
on the wall last week, showing that there were murders, rapists, as Stephen Miller said, and people have committed terrible crimes, people that every parent would want off the streets. I think the political question here is, this is not talking about affordability from the Democrat side. Is this really what their voters want?
This is the reason why the Democrats fixate on this and fixate around protecting criminals is because those are the voting blocks that they need to activate in order to win elections. So what their mentality is that they want to bring in a bunch of random illegal aliens and low income, low skill immigrants so they can make these people dependent on social systems and then hold the social systems hostage for them to vote on them. That's the strategy, is that you basically create an entire community of people that are effectively dependent on the government.
They can't even get American citizenship that fast in order to actually go and vote. Like, do you think it's actually easy to go and falsify your vote in any kind of way? Like, do you think that you just walk in, ask for a ballot, and it just simply works? I don't think this is how it works. That's not happening.
And so they have to continuously vote for you to continue that dependency. That's what's going on.
Maybe they're voters on the far left, but what
pretty
about
obvious.
The people in the middle? And again, another thing is Minneapolis is the home of Ilhan Omar, a deeply unpopular figure, and she's become front and center on this as well. So I think it all is not...
Throw in some fraud?
Yeah, exactly. She's suddenly like $30 million richer now. And we're uncovering all this daycare fraud. So I don't know if in the long run this is going to work. This might be their BLM.
Well, it's a great point, Rachel, because you mentioned Ilhan Omar, who is leaning hard into bringing back the abolish ICE. That has not been a winning message. And, you know, you can dislike Stephen Miller, and you can think that his rhetoric is too harsh, but factually, he's correct. The Minneapolis is protecting these illegal criminal aliens. Now, the Mayor Jacob Fry argues that they're not a sanctuary city. They have a separation ordinance. But at the end of the day, they do the same thing.
If you're not cooperating, it doesn't matter what you call it. Are you letting illegal aliens out into the community? If the answer to that is yes, then it's a problem. You can redefine it however you want. It's not the name, it's the problem.
They refused to cooperate with ICE. The White House called them out yesterday, saying Minnesota sanctuary politicians have released nearly 470 criminal illegal aliens back into American communities since President Trump took office. ICE working every single day to remove the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens from terrorizing their state. I would just add to
like, why do you think, okay, if they're being released back in, like, back out or whatever, like, why do you think that's the case? It's probably because there isn't actually a case to be had, right? Like, there probably isn't any real reason why, to keep them there, right? Like, it probably means the charges won't actually stick. It probably means that, you know, like, none of this even matters in the first place, right? That there's nothing to even charge them with. Like, what the fuck are you even, like, going after them for? Or, like, why are you, like, taking up state resources to even house them? Like, it just makes no sense. But okay.
That, Rachel, there's also 1,360 violent illegal criminal aliens currently in custody in Minnesota jails held by authorities. And yet all ICE is saying is just hand them peacefully to us.
And the other reason why I think a lot of this happens with these politicians is because the politicians never get held accountable for it, right? Like, why can't you just, for example, charge the people that are in the government that are, like, making the decisions on this? Why can't you just charge them with public endangerment 470 times? Why can't you do that? I mean, I don't see the reason why you can't. Or you can just make up a new charge. I mean, it's very obvious that, like, I mean, and here's really what matters. Is it a good thing that a person is allowing 470 criminals out into the public? Obviously, the answer to that is no, right? It's clearly not. So if there isn't a rule against it, then there should be. And if you can use something that, like, is this something that somebody should be held accountable for and should face punishment for?
Are they even, like, violent criminals? Like, are they people who will murder and rape if they could get away with it? Or are they people who, like, overstay their visa, right? Like, these two groups of people are just completely different, right? Anyway.
I think the answer to that is yes. So whatever the law is doesn't really matter to me. What matters is, like, what the value is behind that law. And if you're doing that, fundamentally, you need to have some level of accountability, one way or another.
Release them to the streets. It keeps the community safer, and we don't have ICE having to make arrests at large.
We know a lot of these protesters are paid, but among these protesters,
I hate this argument that they have about the protesters being paid. I think that's so stupid. It's so pointless. It doesn't add anything. I mean, what if they're all just unemployed losers? I feel like there's a much higher probability that they're just a bunch.
True, except reverse it around. I think a lot of them are employed, but, like, can somebody, like, care about an issue enough to actually go out and do something? Yes, right? Like, you don't need to invent some kind of elaborate reasoning. Like, what if somebody just simply cares about an issue? Like, isn't that, like, the primary thing? Like, you would think that you would have some evidence out there already of someone being paid, or someone's, like, fucking W-2 of being paid by George Soros, like, being paid like 500 billion bucks or some shit like that. Man, fuck. I wish I was funded like that. But instead, there's nothing. Don't you think that these people actually care about the issue? I think they do, right?
Of unemployed losers. So we know they're getting paid. I don't think they're getting paid, if you want me to be honest. I don't think that's true. I think maybe a handful of agitators might be getting paid that are inside the protests. But to say they're being paid in mass, I don't believe that. I don't think anybody has evidence for it. They're just making this up.
True.
And the problem is that you already have the winning opinion. You already have the winning side. Why are you introducing fan fiction that muddies the waters? That's the reason why I think that it's wrong.
A lot of rich Edina moms pining for their 1960s protests in their their university days. Those ladies are protected from a lot of this. Their kids are not getting crowded out in schools by illegal.
Well, they're not getting arrested either.
Aliens, because they're in private schools, and they're living in neighborhoods that are protected or gated.
Well, they're living in gated communities full of white people while they want to have other people live in some multicultural area whenever they don't do that themselves. What I've noticed is that a lot of the people that are the biggest advocates of multiculturalism do not live in multicultural areas. I've noticed that a lot.
What are you talking about? There's nobody from cities that ever go to protests? What are you smoking? You cannot lead the retarded horse to the water. The retarded hosts do not understand what is they're looking at when they look in the water. Okay, it only sees their own reflection in the water, but it do not understand it is actually looking at the water. It sees only the reflection, but you have to actually bring up the water to the host for it to drink, or otherwise it die of thirst. Like, dude, what the fuck are we talking about? People from cities which are commonly multicultural areas do not go out and protest nor vote.
They are among the paid protesters, but I do not think that they represent the common sense people. The problem in Minnesota is common sense people are cowed into silence. They're so afraid. I mean, you saw that with the crime being committed in the daycares. Lots of good people saw the corruption, but we're so afraid in that political environment in Minneapolis of being called racist for calling out the corruption.
Yeah, and we'll see as we continue to cover this whether or not the really frigid temperatures will dial things down. There's calls for more protests today and coming this week. I'm Steve Doocy. I'm Brian.
I think they're right. I mean, again, they have to send in the military to stop this, I think. And if you don't stop it with the military, they're just going to get more and more extreme until basically it just boils over and people end up getting killed.
Jesus Christ.
Over past few weeks, nearly 5,000 fighters from Iranian-backed paramilitary groups in Iraq have entered Iran via 2 separate border crossings. So you're having a bunch of these people from fucking Iraq that are coming into Iran to help suppress the people that live in Iran. And that's basically it. A leaked video from Iran shows that martial law has been declared across Iran. No one is allowed to be out. Go inside your houses. Look at this. Draw a line between you and the rioters. No one is allowed to be out. Go inside your houses. So they have all these people riding around. Oh! No one's allowed to be out. They kill people in the hospitals. They steal them and then they shoot them in the head. Yep, that's right. No, they're just doing a mass killing of all their citizens that are trying to push back against them. They're actually just mass killing people. It's insane. The Islamic Republic says the internet blackout will last until mid-March. This will make it the longest nationwide blackout in history, surpassing Sudan's 2019 shutdown. So there you go. And they're shutting down the entire internet. Iran didn't stop killing protesters. They terrorized everybody into staying home. The sources tell Tehran, the Post, the streets are flooded with tanks and trucks full of machine gunners, aiming them at everyone. The protests stopped because people are too afraid to step outside, not because the regime showed mercy.
Yeah, I mean, the issue here is that this is like literally what Asmongold wants for the United States, right? Like, he wants this for the United States, but the reason why he wants to paint this as bad is because it's Muslim, right? Like, he is going to advocate for stuff like this. He is going to advocate for shooting protesters and for framing them and for doing whatever, right? But again, like, the reason why he's against this is just simply because they're brown. Okay.
Man in Minneapolis is being confronted and labeled a Nazi over alleged support for ICE before being assaulted and knocked out. Someone in the crowd shouts, "He's one of us," appearing to realize they attacked one of their own. You remember what I said? They don't hate the police. They want to be the police. I tried to tell everybody, but people didn't want to listen. What?
What? Hold on. Man in Minneapolis being confronted and labeled a Nazi over alleged support for ICE before being assaulted and knocked out. Moments later, someone in the crowd shouts, "He's one of us," appearing to realize they attacked one of their own. Alleged support for ICE. At some point, we need to address that. Most of these people just want an excuse to kill someone using whatever flavor of leftism gives them an excuse to do so. But isn't that literally what Asmongold wants to advocate for? Literally, doesn't he like literally advocate for making up excuses to like open fire on protesters or making up excuses to charge people and shit like that? Like, okay, all right, cool, yep.
They don't hate the police. They want to be the police. I tried to tell everybody, but people didn't want to listen. Well, now you're seeing it.
Okay, get up. Get your ass up.
Very profound.
That's all they asked. He's one of us. Okay. He's one of us. Okay.
How are they letting this shit go on? Really, how are they letting this shit go on? This is insane. These are Nazi tactics 101. People are going to get shot doing this? They are. He's one of us. Oh my God.
Hey, good. I'm one of us. You all right, dude? You all right? Come on, breathe. He's one of us. How do we know? How do we know?
How do we... Dude, It's crazy this is even real, right? Oh my God.
Earlier. Why you get ran out earlier? I don't know. It was one of us. I'm with them. Trust me.
They're just having roving gangs running around harassing and beating people up because these people look like they might support ICE. Every single one of these people should be locked up and put in a camp. Every single one of them.
Camp? What do you mean by camp? Why don't you say prison or jail? Why camp?
There is no place in a civilized Western society for these animals. And the sooner that we realize that, and that we're willing...
You mean like the people at Charlottesville? There's no room for civilized Nazis.
...to act on it, the sooner that this can be over. Every single one of them. You gotta put them in the box.
Box?
You all right, man? Hey, move back! Move back! Move back right now! Back up! Back up! Yeah, save your Nazi. Put him in your Nazi van. Go get him some help. He needs a little bit of fucking mental health there. Don't...
Wait, save... I thought this guy was on their side. So they helped this guy and now he's a Nazi because he's being helped by them? Oh my God, the Nazi van. These extremists will start creating a dress code? Yeah, of course they will. I mean, all you have to do is look at whatever a fascist...
How do you deal with roaches? You get the spray can.
This government does, and that's what these people will do. That's what they're going to do. This is what happens every time. They're fucking crazy. Well, in my opinion, like, again... Like, I have what I would do in this situation, what I think the government should do. I think they should just bring in the military, find every single one of the people that did this, build a, temporary camp like Alligator Alcatraz, and then pack them into that camp like sardines, and then basically send every single one of them through federal charges, put them in federal prisons, and then force them into mandatory labor for 5 to 10 or more years.
Like Jewish labor camps? Like the concentration camps and the death camps where they are forced to work. You realize that they're not just like standing around doing nothing, right? Like they're doing slave labor before they're exterminated.
That's what I would do. That would be my solution for this problem. And guess what would happen?
Jesus.
All of these problems would disappear. They would. They would totally disappear. So here we go. Here's a new one here. Tech workers say they were mistaken for...
That worked out so well for Hitler.
ICE agents accosted by the anti-ICE...
Yeah, and he's not banned from Twitch. And he's not banned from Twitch. And this guy's not banned from
mob.
Twitch.
This is so cool. I mean, this is... I mean, so cool as in like that. Look. This gotta be the funniest thing I've ever seen. I know, it's like, you feel like a zoo. I've never...
If you're not with us, then you're against us.
One of us, all of us? Yeah, that's been also the rhetoric of ICE. One of us, all of you, right?
This is actually insane that they're letting this go on. They're actually letting this, like...
Not banned from Twitch.
This is crazy. What the hell is going on?
Jesus.
So clear. So clear. Oh my God. What?
No.
We do custom apps for a whole bunch of companies around Minnesota and the country.
It's scary. It is scary. These people will kill you if they could. They'll kill you. This is very important to keep in mind, is that what they're doing is what they're allowed to do. To the extent that they could get away with it, they'll kill you.
Okay.
That's why you have to shut them down. You have to shut them down, totally break them up, put them in prison, and get rid of this. You can't have a civilized society with people like this going around. You just can't. There's no way to do that. No doubt they'll absolutely kill you. Yeah, that's and then they'll do it to your family. They'll harass your family. They think Americans are.
You can put the reaction one-on-one for January 6th. I've seen people talk about January 6th, especially Asmongold's reaction to January 6th, and I have to say, you know, he's always said that he was against January 6th. Asmongold has always said he was against January 6th. But at the same time, he's been doing a lot of apologism for January 6th in, like, recently. Because I've noticed he said, oh, we're still talking about January 6th. We're still talking about it. We're still talking about it. Yes, we're going to talk about it because it was big. And it was unprecedented. So, of course, we're going to talk about it. But he's already trying to downplay it. He doesn't actually agree with the act itself. But he certainly downplays it, yeah.
Terrorists? Well, they are the terrorists, so yeah. Yeah, no, they're unironic
terrorists. Is anybody who disagrees with me.
Are they letting it get so bad it's difficult to criticize the decision to crack down? No, see, that's a huge mistake. The more power that you let these people have before you crack down on them, the more emboldened that they will feel to do it again. You have to immediately nip it in the bud.
Do I look like an ICE agent? Yeah,
Media did this?
Holy.
You look like an ICE agent, so they're going after this guy because he looks like an ICE agent.
Well, you're just seeing society reach its boiling point, right? Like when Trump raises the temperature, especially like in this situation, then everybody's going to go a little bit crazy, right? Like this isn't just, oh, it's only the protesters who's doing this, right? It's especially ICE that's doing this, right? Every single time ICE does something crazy, like shoot somebody or, I don't know, does crazy, unlawful things, that also contributes to the temperature. Like how else are you going to expect people to act when ICE is still doing what they're doing, right? This is how I expect people to act. You can't be surprised. You can't be shocked. You can't be shocked when ICE is shooting Renee Good and then you're the one trying to provide a defense for it, right? You can't be surprised. You can't be shocked. You're not allowed to be shocked, right?
Of all the videos you watched, I've yet to see one black person. Literally all this does are white people and mostly Karens. I know that. This is why Second Amendment's so important. Well, eventually somebody will start shooting these people. They will. This is what's going to eventually inevitably happen. And whenever that happens, then things are going to get a lot worse.
Fucking Christ. This is what's wrong with the
No, it's not. Because you have no relationship with us. Wait, so do you support?
So now it's not enough that he's not in ICE. Now they're asking him if he even supports ICE. So now you literally have the thought police that are going around Minnesota that are basically racially and, you know, different.
You're advocating for arresting protesters. That is thought policing. You absolute heinous, putrid roach. That's thought policing. But okay.
Ways of profiling people and then attacking them based off of that. Isn't this insane? It's literally happening right now.
That does sound insane, yeah.
They're going out there doing this by themselves.
What are you doing?
They don't hate Nazis. They want to be the Nazis. It's ironic. It's not ironic. Like, the thing is that this was obvious it was going to happen to anybody with a brain. This is what...
Yes, anybody with a brain would realize that if you bring society to a boiling point where Trump never de-escalates anything, and you're always expecting the other side to de-escalate, where methods like, oh, we go high, they go low, does not work. Yeah, when methods like that do not work, how else would you expect people to act, right? I would expect people to act like this when nothing else works, right? If voting does not work, if nothing else works, then how could you expect people to act like civilized human beings when you treat them like animals? You treat these people like caged animals. They're going to act like caged animals, meaning that they will claw, they will bite, they'll growl at you, they'll do all kinds of things, okay? So yeah, how could you be surprised? That's right. How could you be surprised?
people have been doing, they've been doing this for thousands of years. This isn't new. Like, Nazis didn't invent profiling people and killing them. The Nazis are just the most well-known example based off of, like, modern education in America. They've been doing this forever. People have been doing this forever. It's nothing special with the Nazis. Minnesota's a concealed carry state? Well, I don't know. If there were actual Nazis, these people would be dead immediately? Of course.
What?
That's what you want to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The way you guys are, I don't support ICE either.
Then why do you care?
Then why do you care when we're harassing you if you're on our side?
I'm just trying to enjoy my lunch. If you're not with us, then you're against us.
Absolutely insane. Anti-ICE insurgents are not just stalking ICE. Mobs of agitators are following conservatives into parking garages and attacking them. Police refuse to get involved. It's gnarly, yeah.
We're go. Oh, get out of here,
bro. Yep. These people have jobs? I don't know. Yep.
How high do you think the unemployment rate is? Like, don't you think, like, isn't the unemployment rate right now like a 5%? Also, if they don't have jobs, doesn't that mean they don't have jobs under Trump's presidency? There are just so many things to consider here, but okay. Cool. Good names.
This guy needs medical help. He needs
oh my God.
Mental health.
Holy shit.
Bleeding is natural for Nazis' ears.
Bleeding is natural for Nazis' ears. And this is just a random guy. It's just a random guy. They're tearing this dude up. Look at this.
Yeah, how could you be shocked? You shouldn't be shocked. And you said you're not shocked, but I don't think you take it the same way. You're shocked because, what, they're acting like this? You're shocked when society reaches a point where things get violent? Okay, dude. You should react to content like Asmongold just goes, yup, now and again, and oh my god, followed by something fascistic. Oh no. Because then it will just look like I'm endorsing his views, okay? Fuck that.
This is in America. Oh my god.
This is America.
Yep, cops are doing nothing. They're letting all of this happen. Why are liberals allowed to commit violence without outrage or consequence, specifically for their jobs? The reason why it happens is because conservatives have this mindset that, and this is a mindset that needs to be destroyed. But, and I've said this before, they have a mindset that we can't come down hard on these people because if we do, then these people will come down hard on us. Meanwhile, their own...
That's literally Hutch's rhetoric. Oh my lord.
Own people or other random people are being terrorized and attacked in the streets. So that's the mindset that they have, is that they believe, like a lot of conservatives have this naive notion of matching force. So they think that if they do something that is extreme, then the other side will do something that's extreme. That's not how it works. What happens is that the other side will do whatever they can that they can get away with, and whatever, it doesn't matter what you do, they're going to do the same thing anyway. They're too soft, they are.
Is he just taking talking points from Destiny? Wait, what? Isn't he just like taking talking points from Steven? Okay.
They're way too soft. Please. Come down hard, never let them get back up. Oh, I agree with this, right? Isn't that why they would say just shoot them? Okay. Well, I don't know about just shooting them. I have no idea. Liberals here are actually insane. They have no problem with violence. Of course they don't. It's pretty obvious. Can't the people pass a class action lawsuit against the city for allowing this to happen? Well, I don't know. Soft as fuck, it's embarrassing. Well, the problem is that a lot of conservatives are not willing to take extreme, brutal solutions in order to solve these problems. And this is the main issue, is that when you are in a conflict between a group of people that are willing to take extreme, brutal solutions to solve problems versus a group that isn't, the group that is willing to do that will always be the group that wins. You've got to remember that George Washington sailed across a a river in the ice on Christmas Eve, and
a river in the ice on Christmas Eve. That's your go-to example.
He killed the British in their sleep. And that's why we're Americans. Is that
we're Americans because George Washington killed the British in their sleep? Okay.
It's a race to the bottom in terms of conflict. And the way that you have to handle these people is you do have to approach it from that level of extreme. You do. And if you don't do that, they will do that to you. And I think that you see this. The same thing happened in 1931-32. Hitler sent the brown shirts and gained a lot of support. Well, and that's the other thing, is that the next step for this is something that people might not know is going to happen.
Now, the brown shirts is fucking ice, you fucking dimwit.
Jesus. If Trump did send in the military and things continued getting worse and this was more publicized, he would get support if these people were effectively just totally removed. If he rounded up all of these people and he just basically brutalized them, a vast amount of people in the country would support it and welcome it. People don't understand, like, there's a allure of power that if a person will execute and basically execute absolute power, they will gain a tremendous amount of respect because people would rather be ruled over by power than be ruled over by chaos.
That makes zero sense because the only consistency I see here is that power is opinions that you agree with and chaos is opinions that you disagree with, because ICE certainly is encouraging chaos. Trump is also encouraging chaos. There is no consistency among the things that he's looking for, but nice try.
And that's what they will want every single time.
Yeah, this is super
Democrats
villain
are looking
dialogue.
for every excuse. Well, they're going to do that anyway.
Bro, this motherfucker is so corny, bro. Okay? This motherfucker is so corny. Like, he actually thinks he's like the main villain in some shonen anime. Okay? He actually thinks he's like the main villain. He's giving his villain speech. He thinks he's so cool. Okay.
I mean, like, whatever those people are going to do.
Meanwhile, he's like literally the biggest fucking loser. Like, holed up in his fucking house, not cleaning it, not hiring any maids for it, not putting money back into the fucking economy for it, not doing anything to help anything. And he's like, I'm so cool.
They're going to do that no matter what. There's nothing you can do to stop them from doing that. At this point, yeah. Are you dumb? No, I'm not dumb. This is the truth. I think you're wrong. Okay. All right. You can think I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong, close your eyes, open up a history book, and then pick a random page. Open your eyes, read the book. You'll find out that I'm not wrong. I'm not. This is...
Bro, motherfucker, why do you even say that when you can't even read? Like, you can't even read in the first place. Where do you get your English literature skills is from reading chat, okay? That's as much of an English literature analysis you'll ever be getting, okay? Like, don't pretend as if you can even read the textbook in the first place.
Human psychology. The better alternative. So what they should do in order to prevent anything bad from happening is they should just nationalize well, they should probably tell Tim Walz, like, hey man, listen, like, you've got to get this under control, like, right now, or you're going to go to jail, right? Like, we're going to invoke Insurrection Act. You're getting pulled up on sedition and treason. Either get this under control right now, or your head's on a chopping block, right? That's what I would do. If I was Trump, I'd just call him up and say that. And he would say, oh, well, you can't get me. It doesn't matter. Like, you're going to be through appeals. At the end of the day, you can ruin this guy's life for 3 years. You can totally ruin his life, and there's nothing they can do about it. So threaten that. Then he will send in the police. He will have the National Guard deal with this. And if he doesn't do that, then nationalize the National Guard, bring in the army, invoke the Insurrection Act, and clear the streets out of these people, right? That's what you have to do. And if you did that, there will be no violence. because people aren't going to be violent with police officers.
There would also be no violence if ICE wasn't doing what it's doing right now. But okay.
You know, with tactical armor on and fucking machine guns around. They're not going to do that. Tim Walz should be more scared of the Somali.
Bro, what's the big difference between like having machine guns out versus having like a pistol? You're still going to be shot. You're still going to die. At least with machine guns, it's so much more visible, right? With a pistol, someone just unholsters it. You can conceal it, right? But do you really think that there will be a substantial difference if people are like open carrying like assault rifles? I don't think so.
Isn't the president? Well, I don't know about that. You don't think the Democrats have more dirt on Tim Walz? You're funny? Well, I don't know if they do or not, right? But my point is that if you put somebody in a position where basically there is like a heavy consequence for not doing something, then you can get that person to act. But you have to introduce a consequence. You openly admitted you never do research or read articles outside of Twitter. How can you shamelessly tell others to read more?
True.
I don't need to understand whatever article you want me to read. All I need to understand is human psychology and incentives. And incentives and human psychology are the deciding factors of how people will behave. I don't need to read your little special book or your Wikipedia article or anything else besides that. None of that stuff matters. What matters fundamentally is how do people act, how do people think, and how do people respond to incentives. If you can understand that, then nothing else matters. It's pretty simple.
Come home to live! He said off with their head, right? Stop recording!
This is going real fast.
Stop! Don't worry. Get off that!
Uh-oh.
Get off that!
Uh-oh. What the fuck? Where are the police? The police are told to stand down.
Where are you going? Hey, look! You don't come to Minneapolis anymore! I'm so fucking fast! Yeah, not the truck!
Yep. Look at him go. Look at him go. They're running this guy. Look at how many people there are just after like a handful of guys. It's maybe like 1 or 2 guys. They were telling the people to get off live so they could kill him? Yeah, because they don't want to have it be recorded. So the police shouldn't take orders from the governor? That's such bullshit. Well, it will eventually probably get that. It will get to this extreme. And this, by the way, this escalation is one of the reasons why I didn't want to vote for Trump. Is that I don't think that he really has what...
You probably didn't vote. Hindsight is 2020, okay? He's talking hindsight. But you probably didn't want to vote, probably because you were lazy, okay? Like, I'm sorry. You probably didn't want to do it because you're lazy. You're like so fucking lazy. You wouldn't even exit your fucking house, okay? Or your room or anything. You don't even use the money that you've earned for anything. Like, let's just be honest. Like, why are you trying to make up some kind of noble excuse why you do not why you did not vote for Trump? Like, why are you trying to make up that excuse? We all know it's because you're fucking lazy. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to crawl out of your room.
What it takes in order to solve these problems in a comprehensive way. I think that he's really funny. He's entertaining. He can be charismatic, but like he doesn't really solve these problems in the way that I think he needs to.
Also, weren't you glazing Trump?
Yeah, he does. He does, Taco.
Okay. Okay.
Kamala would solve the problem? Yeah. He's not aggressive enough? No, he's not. What, are they going to throw him off? Should qualify as self-defense? Oh, yeah. Look how many of them there are, too. This is wild.
Oh, that's so
Look at him go.
You fucking showed up. That's where you fucked up. Oh, now you're gonna run. Whoa! You didn't get as much support as you wanted? You realize that there's more of us than you?
Yep. If they could, they'd kill him. This is a peaceful protest? That's right. So
you don't think that there's any bias to what's being shown to you, that you're not susceptible to information? Just so you know, okay, you're being fed slop and you're looking at slop, which is exactly what you're not getting everything else. If nothing is happening, then that's why you're not getting it. Okay? If there's a peaceful protest out there happening, then that's not going to be shared to your feed because you're only asking for the violent ones. You are basically getting what you're asking and you don't even realize it. In fact, you know what? I think that you're just being dishonest. Okay?
So you stop accelerating and finally vote once there's a strong enough candidate that will stop this shit? Yeah. Once I think that there's a candidate that will deal with this in the right way, then I would vote for them. But I don't vote for a lesser of two evils. I don't do that.
That's all of politics. All of politics is voting for the lesser of two evils. That's like the entirety of politics, but okay. In what, like, you'll never get the perfect candidate. You'll never get the perfect candidate. Like, that'll never happen. All right? Like, there'll always be one or two issues that is off the charts or something. And even if you get the perfect candidate, by default, if you have to choose between two options, the other option, even a good candidate, is the lesser of two evils. Even if it's good versus evil, even if the candidate is good candidate versus evil candidate, technically speaking, that is the lesser of two evils. The person who is good is considered the lesser, all right, of two evils. That's it. But okay, yeah. All right. I mean, that's all politics.
Unless I feel like somebody will actually encompass my views and my values, I don't vote for them.
What's your views? What's your values?
Yeah, I don't do lesser
You don't have any.
bullshit. Nope.
You fuck with them, you fuck with us! You don't come to our town to fuck with fucking bitch! Is killing people peaceful? No, I'm not gonna back off! I'm not gonna back up to y'all!
Weren't you saying that you were an accelerationist the other day? Weren't you saying to let it happen and burn it down? Well, yeah, but eventually, like, I know, but like it's already being burned down. Like, at this point, right, what I'm saying is that the accelerationism stops when a candidate appears that is willing to stop the problems. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is that at that point you can stop because now you have a solution in hand.
Get the fuck out of our town!
It's not practical? Well, it depends. Nope.
Stay on the Minnesota.
Total crash out. Total crash out. Somebody says, what happens if the other side wins the time another candidate comes around? They've changed demographics enough where it's too late and there's no chance. Well, that's why it's even more important to do it. And also, just because you're outnumbered doesn't mean that you're automatically going to lose. That's not true. I mean, you can look at any sort of conflict in history and you'll find out that's not true.
Why don't you actually go out and do something? Like, do anything. Go and shop for something. Or, like, it just sounds like, dude, you're a little pissy right now, okay? You're being a little pissy baby. Okay, that's fine. All right? But that anger is not going to go anywhere if you don't actually do something with it, okay? You can at least turn your anger into something productive. You can at least try to, like, advocate for a candidate that you actually want. You can get your audience to go out there and knock on doors for Republicans if you want to, all right? Like, you might even be more terrifying in that case, right? Because you're actually advocating for somebody in a substantial way where you're getting them to earn votes or something. But instead, you're just like sitting your ass at home, looking like a fucking dumb fuck loser. Okay, you're untrimmed, unshaved. You look like somebody who is trying to cope with the fact that he's balding extremely quickly. You might as well just shave it all off at this point. I think that there is no use trying to hang on to your hair like that anymore. I think that you look profoundly ugly. I don't think you're a very pretty person to look at. I think you're unpleasant. I bet you even smell bad. I don't think you put on deodorant. I don't even know when the last time you took a shower was. When whatever, your eyebrows do more commentary than you as a person. I don't know, like there's just no use to you. Like you're worthless. You're a completely worthless human being, okay? And I loathe to call you human because I don't think you're fundamentally a human being, okay? But you know what? All right, like why don't you actually do something with your life? Like why are you such a fucking loser?
Was it wrong? That's true. Okay, all right, here we go. He's gonna get in the car. Okay. Oh. Look at him go, just following this guy around. Jesus. Jesus, bro, what a bunch of savages. Oh my God. I think I saw this one, right?
Oh, you look like a Neanderthal. Why are you calling them savages? They're more groomed, they're more well-dressed. All right. You're like actually a fucking Neanderthal, okay? Chill.
No, it's another one.
That's him! Is that him? Is that him? Yes! Open the door!
Look, there's...
Oh my God. Drive! Oh my God. Drive! Just drive! Stop! Wait, let them go! Let them go! Hey, pull over!
Man.
Pull over!
Look at him go!
Leave it!
Look at him go!
Get out of here! Leave it off! No! Y'all just let him leave! It's not working! Hey!
Man.
Man.
Wow.
Wow.
Fucking psychos, man. Can you believe that? Oh my God. A group of Somali thugs just robbed me of my $1,000 camera in Cedar Riverside neighborhood of Minneapolis. Uh-oh.
Hey! Hey, get! What did she just do? She fucking...
Oh, shit. Okay, it's okay.
She took next camera.
Yep.
She just stole next camera.
What the fuck? It's absolute chaos. They turned Minneapolis into a PvP server. They completely did. Where's Trump? How are you letting people do this? Really? Like, you're driving down the side. Like, this is like Grand Theft Auto.
He's like, dude, it's because Trump wants to turn the United States into ARC raiders, okay? That's ultimately what happens. And speaking of ARC raiders, Asmongold isn't playing ARC raiders right now, even though he would, because he sucks at playing video games. Like, he doesn't know how to play video games, all right? The only game, he can't play any games that does not have, like, map indicators or where the next quest is. Speaking of, okay?
Oh my God.
No, get in the camera! Just tell her to give him the camera back.
Jesus. They're not even hiding it? Well, why would they? They get away with it. Why would they have to hide it?
They just stole my camera.
Right out of your hand while you're in the car?
Yep.
That's the fuck you wanted, right? That's the fuck you wanted, right? That's what you did. Man, listen, motherfucker, you better get the fuck up.
Asmongold is a casual gamer? Yeah, because apparently he can't play any video games, ever. I remember seeing his Dark Souls gameplay a while ago. It was just atrocious. And I didn't even know about his fucking Crusader Kings, like, giving up on Crusader Kings shit. But then, now that people have dug it up, and I've watched it, it's just frankly incredibly embarrassing for him, but okay.
Out of here. You fucking coward! Why the fuck are you a coward, bitch? You have to leave. You're a fucking coward. Can rob you, motherfucker. Get the fuck up out of here, bitch. You fucking coward.
Oh, too bad.
Nobody motherfucker, you trying to incite that shit? Nobody stepped in. Get the fuck up out of here, bro. $1,000.
Man.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Did you call 9? Did anybody call 911? Have Kevin do it.
He's press.
You fucking Nazis. We got it all on video. We're not Nazis. Yeah, you fucking Nazis.
Emery is objectively better in gaming than him. Yes. Dude, 100%. Asmongold would lose to any Valorant girl, okay, in a 1v1. 100%.
We're not Nazis and we're not racist. I condemn Hitler completely. I'm not racist. I condemn all racism. I condemn
Trying to argue with this. Can we all agree Trump's a pussy for this? He is. He's a total massive pussy. Like, I am so mad that he doesn't do anything about this. It's so embarrassing.
What would he even do? Okay.
We were driving through and we got followed. You guys followed us.
No, we're following you because who are you?
It doesn't matter. We're allowed to be here. It's the United States of America.
Oh.
Why do we have to leave?
What?
We're not leaving till we get the camera. You want us to leave? Give us the camera. Call your friend, get the camera back, and we'll leave.
Look at this. This is insane.
Look at what? It's just the black woman yelling at the person holding the camera.
No, there's
Who
no
cares?
reason. They want to be victims so bad. I know. Look at all them saying they deserved it. I know.
Like, what's even the context? Like, what is even the context? This is just like race bait porn. Dude, I don't even know. Dude, this probably has nothing to do with ICE, and we're just watching this because it's just a black woman yelling. That's all it is. That's all it is. We don't know the context of anything. They don't, like, we literally do not know the context of anything. But we're just looking at this, and it's just a black woman yelling, so therefore it's content. Oh my god, dude.
I tried to tell you guys, you can't reason with these people. There's nothing you can do.
Can't reason with black people, guys.
Why?
Trump can't do anything right now. It has to become very violent before the actions are justified.
Yes.
Well, if the military is listening to Trump and he's able to do it, then he can do it. It's that simple. It being justified according to CNN, CNN's never going to say that it's justified. Some activist judge is never going to say that it's justified. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is whether you have the power to do something or you don't. That's it. Can he do it? I don't know. Will the people with guns listen to him? If the answer is yes, then he can do it. It's that simple. They call him Nazi and put even more fingers on him. It's just really sad. How many more fingers can they put on him and call him a Nazi? They've already done this 1,000 times. It's not like it's going to matter the next time. The problem is they lose support from all the pussy Republicans who like to toe the line. Well, I mean, again, like, those people would never support him anyway. And I think it's good to I think it's good to filter those people out. What's embarrassing is you thinking you know how to handle it better than Trump and his 1,000 lawyers. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that really, like, you're worried about the law. I'm not worried about the law. Who cares about the law? Like, they're gonna...
Wait, then why do you call people criminals? Then what's the point of calling people criminals if you don't care about the law? You call all of these people like illegal immigrants and all of these names and shit like that. Like, if you don't care about the law, then why does that matter to you? That makes no sense. That's literally, you are contradicting yourself. You're contradicting yourself in the same video. Within 30 minutes. Okay, how long is this video? Within 30 minutes, you've contradicted yourself, okay? If you don't care about the law, then why would you call them criminals? Why would you call them illegals? But if you don't care about the law, why does that matter? You realize that implies that they are breaking a law, right? If you don't care about the law, it means that you don't actually care about the fact that they are illegal. You are inconsistent.
If they will invent a new law to arrest Trump under if they get power again. It doesn't matter. You're under the false impression that the rules that exist matter. They don't matter. They will ignore the rules. They'll make up new rules. They will come up with other examples of why it...
Well, wouldn't it be nice if rules mattered again? Wouldn't it be nice if rules just simply mattered again? Why do you want to live in a ruleless society? Don't you want that to be a thing? Don't you want that to be a thing? Don't you want rules to be a thing? Like, why do we have to live in a society with no rules? Why do you want this? There's no reason. You're just asking for it.
It's okay that they do it this way. This is a mistake. You have fallen into the mistake of trying to think that your opponent is playing by the same rules as you are.
You're making a mistake
your opponents
for trying
are not
to think.
doing that. I agree with you 99% of the time, but this part always confuses me. I mean, didn't they charge Trump with 34 felonies?
You agree with Asmongold 99% of the time? Damn, dude, we're gonna send you off to a fucking boarding school. Jesus.
Felonies of the same thing. Try and put him in jail for like years and years and years
To the
over just like a
re-education camps
fucking,
you go.
you know,
Go,
like
shoot.
an accounting mistake, or like even if it wasn't a mistake, like this is like basically a very small amount of money. They're trying to put him in jail for this. Like, I mean, an accounting error, yeah, it's like nothing. So keep in mind that's what they tried to do. Of course, that's what they're gonna do. They will do anything that they can. And this idea that like, oh, you can't do this. This is what the rules say. Who cares what the rules say? If the rules have brought you to a place that is completely chaotic, if it's totally destruction, if there's total destruction, there's people that are out there on the streets finding random gangs roving around, attacking people because they think this person could be on the opposite side as them. If the rules have brought you to this position, then what purpose were the rules even serving? Why do you even have the rules?
Copying Steven's takes again. Every day we just copy more of Steven's takes. Okay, it just keeps on happening. All right, we just keep on copying Steven's takes. I understand. All right, fine. He gives all the opinions that you wish you had. All right.
Very clearly, the rules aren't helping. So why follow them?
CV.
Absolutely not. You should do whatever you need to do to get this done. Feels like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's not damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's you either solve the problem or you don't. And you ignore the people that are complaining about it. It doesn't matter. They literally charged Trump's misdemeanor offense into 34 felony counts? Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, again, they're not playing by the same rules that you're playing for. So the ends justify the means? Of course. Duh. What do you think? Why do you think we nuked Japan?
Racism can go both ways. You've been talking about 2 hours fucking recording.
You guys were...
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, what are we talking about? People have such a naive view of things, it's embarrassing. And this is the guy that's talking about it. Watch this. Are there really 20 people filming themselves harassing other people for half an hour with no consequences? That's right. Yep. That's what's going on right now. That's it.
Anarchists, and I'm calling them anarchists now. These anarchists, these rioters.
Sorry about the audio.
Bad people that wish to harm law enforcement are now harming American citizens. Those vehicles you mentioned that were vandalized, they've also, we've received reports, vandalized indiscriminately many vehicles in those hotel parking lots.
Yeah, I bet they have.
If it's government vehicles and then they happen to get several vehicles of American citizens, innocent civilians, they don't care. And we're seeing that now. We're hearing reports from the police that that's happening, throwing nails out in parking lots where our government vehicles...
Throwing nails in parking lots. This could literally get somebody killed.
You know what else could get somebody killed? Shooting someone. You know what else? Okay.
Oh my God. Throwing nails in parking lots.
Vehicles are not even located. They don't care. So these...
Yeah, you know what else could get someone... Also, my right ear is just loving it. Yeah, what else gets people killed, moron? What else gets people killed? When ICE shoots at people, it gets people killed. But you also justify that, so...
Anarchists truly do not...
Free nails?
they
yeah.
do not go towards federal law enforcement only. If you get wrapped up in this, and you're mom and pop American, you get wrapped up, and they even think you're law enforcement, then you're getting it also, and that's
right. Yep, they're doing it to everybody.
Big problem. I think that should probably wake some people up as.
Who the fuck is this guy in the first place? Like, you're just watching some complete rando, dude. Like, this guy could literally be the local homeless guy. And you just hand him, like, a fucking camera and, like, you give him, like, a clean jacket and he could just be filming. Like, who is this guy? It's like, what's his like accreditations or like does he have a journalist certificate? Is he bound by journalistic rules? Like, hello?
To the depth and the scope of these anarchists.
Let's see if I can find some more of these here too, but yeah, it's just insane.
That we would react with riots, and we have shown up with compassion, with care, with real resilience, with understanding of our constitutional rights and, you know, what the rights and the wrongs are. And we've shown the country what real resistance looks like.
Right, of course. This is what they say. They say this, and then, oh, here we go.
Get out of our state! Get out of our state! Get out of here, bitch! Get out of our state! Guys,
damn! Shouldn't have done it. Oh! See, that's how they need to handle it. That is, spitting's actually assault? Yeah, it's old as fuck. Well, either way, I mean, like, this is how I think they should handle it right there. Just grab the guy, immediately arrest him, and that's it. What did he do? The tackle seems very excessive. I don't see what he did. You shouldn't spit on somebody. If you spit on a federal officer and they grab you and tackle you to the ground, I think that's totally justified. I do. I don't think that anybody should expect to be spit on like that. It's deranged animal behavior.
Yeah, but how could you be surprised that anyone is spitting when you're like sending ICE officers out here like doing crazy shit? Of course people are going to be spitting, right? I would never blame that motherfucker for spitting. Fuck these guys. Fuck guys. I think he's doing the most American thing, okay? Spitting on fascists is fundamentally American. Sorry.
Behavior, and really if you act like an animal, you should be treated like an animal. That's how I look at it.
And if you treat people like an I almost said like an Asmongold, okay? Which is kind of true. If you treat people like an animal, then they're gonna fight back like an animal. You treat people like an animal, they're gonna spit on you like an animal, okay?
I don't care if it's disproportionate. I don't really care if they get hurt. They should think about that before they decide to put themselves in that situation. It's that simple.
As for me, you have to pay for me to spit on you, okay? Simple as, all right, it's a sexual service. Okay.
Oh, here we go. People are beeping their horns and surrounding whistles at this man who rented a vehicle with Texas plates. All he wanted to do was get food.
You hear all the beeping? It's for me. Why? This right here.
Texas plates.
Texas plates.
Wow.
When you're in Minnesota with Texas plates,
what is
everybody
going
thinks
on?
you're ICE.
Remember what I told you? I told you every single day that they let this happen, it will get worse. Remember? Every single day they let this happen, it will get worse and worse and worse. Got it right.
I'm just trying to get some food.
People
this is what I got to deal with.
Of course they are. Yep.
Well, the issue, you see, Asmongold, is that ICE has unmarked vehicles, all right? So nobody can figure out whether or not who is ICE and who is not ICE, all right? So ultimately, because we can't figure out who is ICE and who is not ICE, we have to guess. And some guesses might be good, some guesses might be bad, but there has to be some way to differentiate, okay? You have to make assumptions, all right? Let's call it racial profiling, okay? Let's just call it, I have a name for it, racial profiling, all right? We do a little profiling around here, okay? We do a little profiling around here, okay? If you seem like ICE, okay, and you seem a little sus, then yeah, of course people are going to be like that, right? You can't blame people. After all, ICE doesn't show up, again, with any kind of indication, without any warning. How could you blame people? We're just doing the same thing. Like, people are just simply doing this. How could you be surprised? They're doing the same thing as ICE. That's it. You shouldn't expect people to play nice when ICE is in town, okay?
Americans become completely retarded. You're supposed to be a first world country? I know.
And in the first world country, we are allowed to do this.
Well, this is
God
what
bless
happens
the USA.
when you let the inmates run the asylum. This is exactly what it is. Let me see if I can pull up a couple more of these.
They thought that, you know, they could intimidate Minnesotans, that we would react with riots, burn down our city, and that he would have the license to invoke the Insurrection Act, mobilize the military.
We don't pull Lakari, it's coming.
Against U.S. citizens. And we have shown up with compassion, with care, with real resilience, with understanding of our constitutional rights and, you know, what the rights and the wrongs are. And we've shown the country what real resistance looks like. And he knows that ICE is losing ground in popularity in the unlawful...
See, that's why they have to go after him. Because if people feel like they're losing ground, it will make the public sentiment shift, and it will make... Basically, if people feel like something is happening, it makes it happen. It's like a confirmation bias or self-fulfilling prophecy.
Actions that they are carrying out, and the American people are on our side because no one has signed up for American citizens to be brutalized in the way Minnesotans have been.
I don't think the brutalizing has even begun. That's what I think. If the government could hunt down and prosecute every single person who broke into the Capitol on January 6th, then why can't they do the same to every rioter and Somalian scammer in Minneapolis? These people have to be crushed or they will destroy us when they return to power. This is absolutely true. 100%. It is self-defense. Total self-defense. And if you don't take it seriously and you don't listen to these people in the right way, they're going to do it. Yeah, Nick's totally right.
Okay, just don't be surprised, okay, when we reach civil war, okay? That's it. You can't act surprised, all right? If you want to do this kind of authoritarianism, that's fine, but we've seen it play out in history so many times, and it never ends well with the authoritarian, all right? It never ends well with the dictator, all right? So, yeah, good luck.
About this. 100%. Hopefully more people will realize that. And you see here, 1,500 active duty Army paratroopers from the 11th Airborne Division have been put on alert for potential deployment to Minnesota. So they're actually maybe doing this. 2 Army battalions put on standby for possible deployment to Minnesota. There's another one right there. Oh my God. Perceived power is achieved power? Yep, exactly.
Oh, fuck with ICE though, right? No. Y'all fuck with ICE or nah? You fuck with ICE or nah? Fuck ICE, right? That's right. Say it proud. Say it proud. Say it proud, bro. Are you an American or is you a bitch? Do you like ICE or not, bitch? I already told you. What'd you tell me? What'd you tell me, bitch? Do you like ICE or not?
Another one for the box.
I don't know, man. They seem kind of sus. Better start locking them up, all right? The moment they seem sus, lock them up, okay? If these guys don't say fuck ICE, lock them up, all right? It's as simple as, all right? We don't take kind to fascists, okay? We don't take kind. They have to be enthusiastic about it, okay? They have to be extremely enthusiastic. They have to be like, fuck ICE. Yeah, man, fuck ICE. Okay, that's what I will say. All right. Anybody who doesn't give an enthusiastic fuck ICE is not a patriot. Okay, we only allow patriots in this country. I only appreciate patriots. Okay, we are patriots. Okay, we are patriots in this country. Okay, we do not bide well with brown shirts, the Gestapo, or Nazis.
Another one for the box. Yep. Such a simple solution.
Fucking bitch! You bootlegging bitch! Say you don't like ICE, say fuck ICE! Say it! Bitch! Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! This guy can't even make his lips move! This bitch cannot make his lips move! What's up, bitch? Fuck ICE. Is that all you need?
Let's
go. That's it, pussy bitch. Crack off.
And that's what they do.
I mean, that's all you need, right? That's all you need. Just say fuck ICE and then you can go on your merry way, okay? It's as simple as, all right? Just say fuck ICE. How hard is it? How hard is it to just simply say fuck ICE? It's easy. It's fuck ICE. 2 syllables. It's so easy. Say it loud and proud, okay? You know how people say Wakanda forever? All right, just say fuck ICE. Based.
They harass, abuse, attack people until they get what they want.
Yes. That's also what you want, by the way.
That's right. That's the same dude. Yep, I know.
Literally, I find absolutely no reason. I find absolutely no reason to disavow that guy's behavior. In any kind of civilized society, I'm ready to disavow that guy's behavior on a dime, okay? I'm ready. But how could you expect me to disavow that guy's behavior when people like Asmongold exists and they'll never disavow any right-leaning person's behavior, not even when people are shot, okay? I think I'm good. I think I'm good, actually, okay? To be frank, I think I'm actually good, okay? I'm good with not disavowing, all right? I don't disavow just simply because I think that in a society where things are really rough, okay, I need to be able to find some common ground in reciprocation, okay? A relationship is both sides of the street, right? On one side, it can't just simply be on one side. I'm disavowing my side all the time. I can't do that, okay? I can't disavow like that, right? Fuck it. Who cares? All right? This is just the society we live in. If Trump is president, then fine. I embrace it. I embrace it. I embrace it. Okay? I embrace it just simply because this is our society.
Oh. And this is the thing is I've been trying to warn people that there are a lot of individuals like that out there. And if you don't keep a lid on these people, they just totally boil over. And you have to control these people and put them in some sort of institution, have them in one way or another locked up. You can't let a person like this be out in the public. You have to either institutionalize, medicate, or imprison them. You can't deal with these people in the public world. That's it.
Yeah, we can't have Nazis like you and other people like you in the United States, okay? If I had the listen, Trump could do something. I honestly think I would not even shed a single tear if you got deported. If you got deported, if you got kicked out, if you somehow lost everything in your life, I frankly do not give a fuck, okay? I'm not going to be the moral one here and go shouldn't we avoid violence? Shouldn't we avoid bad things? No, I don't care. You cross that line, we're both crossing it together, okay?
And get them help? Yeah, exactly. I mean, they do need help. Time to start fighting back.
You do need help.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's getting worse. Well,
in hygiene.
Every single day that it's allowed to happen is a day that it will continue getting worse. That's it. Might be a cage and a chimpanzee in a zoo, but then around them, yeah, definitely. They'll never change laws to make that possible. Well, I mean, never say never. I mean, all we really need, this is the thing, all we really need is a candidate willing to do that. That's it. You need a candidate willing to do this, and then it happens. Because, and here's the other thing too, is that once you're able to do it, you only have to do it once. Because then you're going to change the demographics so much by getting rid of these people that the opposite side will never win an election again.
It's not
because you're going to put the majority of those fucking freaks in jail. So it doesn't matter. So all you have to do is do it once. That's all that has to happen. Yeah, just enforce the current laws. Yep, definitely. And so just what's a legal response to harassment like this? Well, you should just call the police, really. I mean, that's my best advice. You just call the police. For that kind of guy following you, shouting in your face, would you say justifying, what would you just say, would just saying what they want be the correct thing to do? What would I do? I would just say fuck ICE and I'd make them leave me alone. I don't want to deal.
It's as simple as, okay? That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, Asmongold. Say it with me. Fuck ICE. Asmongold, I'm so glad, okay? Asmongold, we both agree, okay? Fuck ICE.
With people like this, I don't want to have to, you know, like listen to them attacking me or yelling at me. Like somebody like that escalates like that could stab you or something like that. And that's the reason why, well, yeah, coward. Well, I'm not a coward. I'm a survivor. A person like, see, you're not a
I mean, you've always been a coward as well, okay? Like, technically, you could survive by being in your room all day, but that would be but when we think of survivor, we think of somebody who is like barely getting by, who has went through something traumatizing or something like that, okay? You being traumatized by a bunch of rat corpses and a bunch of roaches scuttling across your fucking chest is traumatizing, but it's like a misery of your own making, you know? Nah, I'm good.
Around these people regularly. I'm around these people regularly. I walk to the store and there's people that are just sitting there next to the gas station that are like fucking drug addicts and they're crazy. The best thing that you can do is to tell that person whatever they need to hear to make them leave you alone. Because this person could stab you, they could attack you, they could shoot you, they could do anything. I don't think that people understand the uncertainty of an insane person. I do, because I have to deal with them regularly because I live in Austin and I just go out and I...
Yeah, and if that is what is necessary in order to get you to say fuck ICE, then so be it, okay? I'm sorry, I would rather take an insane person over an evil person like you any day, okay? I would rather take a crack addict or take some motherfucker who is incredibly unstable than somebody like you any day. All right? Sure, that person's unstable. Okay? Sure, I would rather be next to you than next to that person in society. But that's not the question. Okay? The question is, do I want people who are maliciously trying to destroy the world? Or do I want people who at least is crazy, but is at least on our side? Right? I think I want people on our side. All right? Just an idea. Just a take, okay? But again, all right, I frankly think that if that motherfucker can get you to say fuck ICE, I fully condone, okay? That's all I'm gonna say, all right?
You never want to start a fight.
YouTube, I'm anti-harassment.
With a crazy person. You don't. It's very dangerous.
Well, I mean, you're a coward, because if you actually mean, if you actually care about your own opinions, if you're actually willing to stand on your own laurels, if you're actually willing, if your 5 BMI ass could actually stand on anything, you wouldn't even take a stand there, coward. All right, fine. It is common sense to avoid it, okay? But you don't believe just admit to the internet that you don't believe anything. Okay, you don't believe anything. If you're not willing to take a beating, it might even be good content, okay? Just turn the camera on before you get beat. It's as simple as that. Shrimple us, okay? Turn the camera on before you get beat and at least make some propaganda out of it, okay? You're not even willing to take a beating for propaganda? Coward. That's some coward behavior, okay? Sorry. That could have been a good story to tell your friends.
Yeah, I don't advocate for any type of like vigilante justice or anything like that.
But you do all the time. This is literally what you do. You love advocating. You want Batman, okay? You want Batman.
It's extremely scary. You lose? You probably do lose. Yeah, why fight a freak when you have nothing to gain and everything to lose? Yes, exactly.
Don't be a bitch-ass ninja like Asmongold. Be a cool-ass ninja like Foodshops' favorite black streamer. Please, I'm an Asian chick, okay?
So we do not escalate with pepper spray? Well, you could potentially get charged for assault or something like that. Now, if you want to do that, go ahead. But, like, I would just try to tell them whatever they need to hear to make them go away. Like, I'm a very utilitarian, pragmatic person. I have no problem smiling in somebody's face and stabbing them in the back. That's what you should do. My goal...
He is so bitch ass. He is so bitch made, okay? He is so bitch made that he wouldn't even confront someone. And he wouldn't stand on his own ideals, but he would backstab someone. He says that he will backstab. Bitch, we all know that you're gonna be a bitch, okay? Just, if you own being a bitch, I can respect that, okay? I respect that game, okay? If you own being a bitch, I respect that game. But you can't even own being a bitch. You have to make yourself look like a badass. You're like, oh, I'm such a badass. I can't even do it. You look like a badass. Sneak attacks do twice the damage. That makes sense.
Goal is to simply get what I want in a position that is the most advantageous for me. It's not relevant to where I'm in the right. It's not relevant to where
bitch ass
I am, you know, like it seems like I'm winning. I don't care about any of those things. The only thing that I care about is making sure that I'm able to get what I want out of a situation. And so everything that I do and all the ways that I act are in service of being able to serve that goal, is to consolidate and make things happen in a way that's beneficial for me. And if that means agreeing with my enemy or agreeing with somebody that's violent so I can, you know, avoid them and then, you know, maybe hurt them later, I would do that instantly without even a second of hesitation. And everybody else should do that too. There's almost never, it's almost never a good idea to engage a conflict directly. It's always better to get the drop on somebody, to backstab them, to catch them by surprise, or to do something that they're not expecting. It's almost never a good idea to directly engage somebody because that gives them the highest probability chance that they can react to you. And you don't want somebody to react to you.
Why do you have to do this corny ass villain speech, dude? Like, you sound so corny. Just please stop. Oh my god, please. Okay, all right. I don't know who made your anime diet for you, but you need to stop. Okay?
Because then that's going to lower your chances of getting what you want out of the situation.
Familiar tells me that Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and the Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey are both being investigated by the Justice Department.
Oof.
And a grand jury has issued subpoenas.
Bro, all I'm gonna say is that black people, listen, okay? I can understand why black people get stuff done, okay? They'll go out there, they'll literally go get beaten up, get the dogs sicked on them, get sprayed up by water hoses in order to get it done, okay? They'll do that to get it done, all right? But meanwhile, bitch asses like Asmongold will never, ever, 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 ever do even the fraction of any of the civil rights people have done back in the day. Absolutely not, okay? He is more bitch made than a woman who is a suffragette trying to get the right to vote, okay? Because at least these motherfuckers are willing to go on hunger strikes enough to die, all right? And they have to have feeding tubes put into them in order to force feed them to keep them alive so then they don't turn to martyrs, okay? But you're so bitch made. God, you're so bitch made. You're so pathetic. You're such a coward. You're just not willing to work for it. You're not willing to work for it. Fine. It is what it is. Okay?
For both of them, though it doesn't appear that either have been served yet. What we do know tonight, as we come on the air, is that the Justice Department investigation centers on possible obstruction of federal law enforcement. Both the FBI Director, Kash Patel, and the Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche, were in Minneapolis today.
Yep.
And just a short time ago, Todd Blanche was on Fox News explaining, or attempting to explain, why the Justice Department is taking this action.
When the governor or the mayor threaten our officers, when the mayor suggests that he's encouraging citizens
then why not arrest them right now? If you think that he's actually doing this, why not send in the National Guard? Why not send in the military? Why not do it right now?
Call 911 when they see ICE officers.
Isn't that crazy?
That is very close to a federal crime.
Yeah.
Familiar.
Like, what is this, to build a case? Who cares? Who cares? What are you doing? Oh, you're going to build a case? Jesus Christ, it's so pathetic. These people are totally, totally captured by this stuff.
Why don't you do the change that you're advocating for? Like, why don't you just do the thing? I don't get, there's nothing preventing, you have all the money, okay? You have all the money, you can do the thing, okay? It's not, it's just go, shoot, okay? Like, at least be willing to stand on your principles for once and actually do something, but...
And I don't even know what else to say. And then you see here, this is what Florida is doing, by the way. Florida handles this the right way. If you fuck with a Florida officer, you know what they do? They kill you. That's it. That's what happens. If you spit on an officer, you throw a brick at an officer in Florida, you're dead. We don't see any of these problems happening in Florida, do we? No. Holy crap, Florida's not going to make an example out of this. So this retarded hog decided to punch a state police officer in the face.
Harass and impede a law enforcement investigation.
Look at her go.
You are going to get arrested and you are going to do serious time. This woman,
Look at this retarded hog, bro. They got to get her in the back seat.
She's looking at state and federal charges.
Oh, God.
And we're going to make an example here.
If you make an example out of her, absolutely.
Want to get in the way of ICE's activities, you are going to pay the price.
See, this is how easy it is to solve this problem. I want you to see that in Florida, this is how easy it is to solve. There you go.
Them here. We believe in safety. We are going to enforce rule of law. You know, she was kicking and punching our highway patrol, our troopers, and our troopers have handled some big challenges in the past.
Man.
This one no different. They get the job done. They put bad people away.
They sure do. And it's that easy. It's literally that simple. Want the referral government? Yeah, exactly. It's a big job. Yeah, and everybody says she looks so miserable. I bet she does. And you can see this immediately. She picked the wrong state in which to throw a haymaker at law enforcement. Yep, there you go. And you just put her in jail, like, pretty much indefinitely, right? I mean, hitting a federal officer like that. And this is also the National Guard. They're clearly...
Okay, so we put you in jail for not saying fuck ICE, okay? If you don't say fuck ICE, all right, which is really easy to do, we put you in jail forever. After all, you're here to encourage another Trump uprising, then fine. Okay? But ultimately, if we want to reciprocate energy, I'm fine with that. I'm
moving them in. So things are going to get even more extreme, and it's getting crazy, honestly. It's getting absolutely fucking insane. So let her rot in a hole? Yeah, I mean, shouldn't have it happen. It's refreshing to see. Well, I just want you guys to see that the solution for this is so simple. They say you can't flip the switch. You absolutely can. You just flip the switch and all the problems go away. And if you do that, none of this will be an issue at all. But unfortunately, too many people are afraid of doing that.
As you can see, all these pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters. You come here to a man wearing a suit. Is a preacher? Did Jesus wear a suit? Did Jesus profit off the words? No! Jesus...
So if the pastor wears a suit?
Died with immigrants. You do not touch me. Touch me again and see what happens.
Hey, you can't.
You are a fake Christian. What?
This guy's right. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry, but he's just right. How could you fall? Maybe he's a little bit too energized, okay? Maybe he's a little bit too energized, but is he really wrong? They're pretty fake Christians. Why don't they care about their neighbors? They're supposed to care for your neighbors, okay? What can I say?
Look at his face!
The only thing you can make fun of is his face because he's right.
Look at bro, like you got a Sasquatch showing up, huh?
Why are you not standing with your Somali and Latino communities? Why do I not see you out at Whipple every...
Wait, are you calling him a Sasquatch? When you literally look subhuman? You don't even look human. You can't be calling anybody Sasquatch, especially not you, okay? You literally look like a rodent, okay? You literally look like a rat, all right?
Protesting this attack on humanity.
Oh my
Where
God.
Are you? You're sinners. You're pretending to be Christians. But we know you live an
Another one for the box.
easy life, don't you? A very easy life while people are starving. Shame.
And they're just, oh, here we go. Let's go. Now we're into the chorus.
What's the context of all these? Do all these people support ICE? Probably not. Like, this is probably a regular fucking gathering, like fucking Sunday event or some shit.
Out now! Out now! Living real comfortable while the people starve. Living real comfortable while children are dragged into concentration camps.
What a
You're all
schizo.
living real comfortable, aren't you? Shame on you. Do something. Stand with the Somalis. Stand with the Latinos.
How could you, again, okay, how could you be surprised? Like, sure, I could say all day, like, okay, maybe this isn't the best way to approach things, okay? And I would probably agree with that. Like, if you got me in private and then you were like, okay, well, is this bad? And I'll tell you very, very softly, I'll be like, yeah, it's probably not a good idea to be unhinged like this. But that's obvious. That's the boring take, okay? The more exciting take is, I'm not going to condemn this guy if Asmongold is the one asking us to condemn it, okay? That's the correct take. The correct take is, fuck Asmongold, fuck anybody who is trying to point out behavior like this, because I'm going to advocate for it, okay? The more you're going to ask me to condemn it, the more I'm going to advocate for it. That's just the reality. You ask to condemn, I will advocate.
Oh my God.
This injustice. He wears a suit and tie and he hangs out with Kristi Noem. How is that a Christian? You're supposed to accept all immigrants, are you not?
No, nobody said that. Like, what are you talking about? You don't even believe in this in the first place. You're just using this to get mad.
Why are you not going down to Whipple and joining us in protest against this inhumanity? You claim to be a Christian, act like one.
Acting like a Christian is agreeing with me. How convenient for him. And, oh, is there more of this? Anti-ICE protesters turning to churches in Minneapolis and shutting down service.
Yeah, that's how protesting works, stupid. Okay? That's how protesting works. Also, when was the last time you even went to church in the first place? Okay, don't pretend as if, like, you care about going to church. Okay, Jesus Christ. Alright? Yeah, that's how it works. You're supposed to disrupt things. Like, you're supposed to exercise the First Amendment. Okay? That's what you're supposed to do. That's what they're doing. Alright?
Jesus.
This is beyond.
So much for freedom of religion,
This is based. This is based.
Oh my God.
It's based. It's based. Sorry, that's based. Based alert.
Hands up. Guys, this was like 5 years ago. Let it go.
Except it wasn't 5 years ago, but it was 5 years ago. Is he talking about George Floyd? Is he talking about George Floyd? Wait, 5 years ago? What?
Let it go. Like, this was the saying from 5 years ago. Uh-huh. I don't see them in mosques. That's because it's all about hating Christians, hating Western culture, hating white people. That's all it's about. It's actually that simple. You might think that there's no way it's that simple. Well,
these white Americans living in a white community, likely suburban, hates America? They're probably being more American than you. At least they're practicing their First Amendment the way that they want. Who are you to dictate them? Come on.
Well, it is. Just sitting there waiting for them to stop. I don't know why they don't arrest these people. I mean, they're going in here and they're interrupting religious services. I mean, this isn't the First Amendment. Like, these people are just peacefully having a religious event.
Asmongold, we need to talk about where the Constitution and amendments jurisdiction begins and ends, okay? It ends at anything outside of any official government thing, okay? All right, Asmongold, I have bad news. Okay, I don't think you actually understand the First Amendment. Okay, nor do I think you support it in any way. But sure, why not? You know, it's okay. We can agree to disagree.
Like, how do you justify this at all? This is crazy. Oh my God.
You know what? If they actually had an issue, then, you know what? Call the police for trespassing, okay? But if I was a protester, I'm going to be honest, okay? If I want to raise attention to an issue, I'm going to be as much of a nuisance as possible, all right? It's called protesting, okay? It's called, like, why do you think people, again, all right, clogging up highways probably isn't the right move. I probably agree with that. But, like, can you really blame people for clogging up the highways when nothing works? When nothing works, why shouldn't you clog up the highway? Why shouldn't you clog up roadways? Why shouldn't you do that? I feel like it's just completely justified, to be frank, but okay.
Jesus. This isn't a public space. No, it's not a space at all. This is in Minneapolis? Yeah. They got trespass these people or something, man.
I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship.
But there were folks who will say,
I have to take care of my flock.
Okay, but listen, we live in there's a Constitution and a First Amendment to
their First Amendment right to go onto private property and disrupt them and stop them being able to practice their religion. I think that's what the First Amendment says.
Freedom of speech and freedom to assemble.
No, they're just trespassing, which is okay, okay? If I was a protester, and again, I was trying to raise issue, I was trying to raise awareness, then yeah, like, what do you expect people to do? Like, damn, dude.
And protest.
Yeah.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. Yep. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me, though.
We're here to worship Jesus. Yes. That's why we're here. Yes. Okay, that's why we're here. Okay. That's what we're.
Damn, dude. I mean, Jesus clearly isn't doing a good job, so maybe that's why they're protesting heaven. Okay. I mean, if Jesus isn't doing a good job, then yeah, of course people are going to protest. Like, dude.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
and love these folks?
We're about.
No, whenever Jesus had problems with those people, how did he handle those merchants? He threw their ass out down the stairs. He said, get the fuck out of my house. What are you doing in my house? Flip their tables over, throwing their shit on the ground, and says, get the
I think you're not really getting the entire picture about Jesus. Okay, I think you might have the wrong idea here. Okay, just maybe there's just a hunch from somebody who is fundamentally not Christian. Okay, but I think you need to reinterpret or at least retake English literature. Okay.
Fuck out of here. So you want to ask what would Jesus do? Oh yeah, I wonder. They should do the same thing.
Spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them as a Christian?
No one is willing to talk. Okay. I have to take care of my church and my family, so I
love how these people, like, if these people keep pushing these Christians, I think that we could get, you know, right now we're getting 21st century Christianity. I think that we could be in a situation where we get 14th century Christianity again. We could. I think it's radicalizing a lot of people. Yeah, another crusade. I could easily see that happen. I could, but unfortunately, a lot of Christians are, they're mind broken by the idea that being a Christian means allowing everybody else to take advantage of you and hurt you and effectively use your values against you so they can push their own.
Since you actually...
Snack markets to 1K people.
MuseBlue is absolutely correct. For $5, yes, we need to get snack markets to 1,000. Okay, thank you.
Also leave this building.
You don't want us to
unless you're here to worship. Unless you're here to worship.
I'm always worship. I'm a Christian.
We're here to worship. Yeah. We're here to worship. Okay.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Man. And so even he's doing this. That's crazy. And they always want to use the First Amendment as an excuse. It's always...
That's what you do. That's literally what you do. You love using the First Amendment as an excuse.
The First Amendment. Oh, jeez. Yep, every single fucking time. I'm no historian, but I don't think there's been a single situation in the last 100 years where people storming the churches were the good guys. Yep, I wonder why. Here's one more. Hunters stumble upon a
I am not sure about that one, dude.
completely unhinged Karen in the wild, and it's something to behold.
Wait, what? 983 subs? Okay, we're almost there, okay? Please.
Hey, bro, what kind of bird is that? Huh? What kind of bird is that?
First.
I'm not really sure. I think it's a legendary character.
Yep.
Fuck off! Get the hell out of here! You're not welcome! Go away! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
She's turning into a seagull. She gonna throw a rock?
But what is even the context of this in the first place? Like, it's just a random white lady screaming. Like, it literally is like a random white lady screaming. Where, what is... She is direct, succinct, to the point, and she's probably a voter, okay?
Is she throwing it in the water?
Those are decoys, not ducks. Fucking retard.
So, they're hunting, I'm assuming, out here. And this Karen shows up, and she's trying to scare the ducks away so they don't kill the ducks. And they usually have decoy ducks in order to get the real ducks to get closer. And she's throwing rocks to scare the ducks away, but she's scaring the decoy ducks away instead of the actual ducks. She got tricked by the thing that's supposed to trick the ducks.
Wait, what? I'm not sure. Wait, what? How do you scare decoy ducks away? Why did you say that? What?
Ducks.
What?
Yes. You gotta talk to your doctor and get some new glasses, bitch.
Oh, fuck off! We don't want you shooting around here!
I don't give a fuck. I don't want you walking around here.
Oh, fuck off! This is public property!
Exactly my point. Thanks for proving our point.
We don't shoot anything alive, you fuck off!
These are already dead. These are already dead.
I don't care!
They're already dead.
I don't like shooting you, fuck off! You fuck off!
Those birds identified as dead already.
Oh, fuck!
Bro, what does this have to do with anything regarding ICE or Minneapolis in general? Like at this point, we're just like laughing at random like white ladies and black ladies like fucking screaming. But I mean, based, I guess. Okay, all right, you got to do what you could.
Those birds identified as dead already. Oh my god.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
By the way, this is the way that you need to treat these things. Is that you make fun of them, you laugh at them, you tease them, and you never take them seriously at all. This, by the way, this is a base chud. This is a base chud that just handles these Karens. Because the one thing that Karens can...
Damn, dude. How do you know? Well, like, maybe her reaction is too much, but like, how do you know she's in the wrong here? Like, how do you know? What? How do you know, like, these aren't, like, a bunch of hooligans who are, like, actually breaking the law? Like... How do you know any of this? Are you giving the context? What the fuck? Okay. All right.
Can't handle is being laughed at and being ignored.
Like how far does it go before he recognizes it as something potentially bad? Like, do you think that if these hooligans like went up to her and then started raping her, that then he would finally say that it's bad, or would he still consider it to be a base chud thing?
That's the one thing that they can't deal with. And so if you just do that to them, they'll totally self-destruct. Because they can't, like, they wield their grievance as a weapon. So the moment that you decide that their grievance isn't relevant or meaningful, then they're disarmed. They're totally disarmed. They can't do anything else besides that. So that's it. It's fantastic.
Bro, your audience isn't even gonna go outside to even utilize your advice, okay? Chill.
Now.
Oh yeah.
You get that on video?
Yeah.
This video is really something special.
Dude. Like, he's just uploading anything at this point. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, I think that might be it for today.